Okay, folks, I'm gonna have to talk fast in this video because I'm dealing with time constraints. So today's date is May 8, 2023. This video will not be titled right away. This is the third video of a at least 3-part video series. This video will be the video I upload first, so you'll know what other 2 videos are dedicated to this video series when I upload them, and those videos will show me stating at the beginning that today's date is May 8, 2023. If I make a 4th video, which won't be today, what I'll do in that 4th video is I'll say this is the 4th video dedicated to the video series made on May 8th. I apologize all that had to be said, but it did because of other issues that are going on that does not allow me to title my videos right away when I upload them. So it's the only thing I can do. It's the only thing I can say in order to get the information across without spending additional time explaining why, all that had to be said. So what I'm going to do right now is play you an audio file, and this audio file is dedicated to something that was recorded on the tape recorder on this one, and, hold on. Find my other tape recorder. Now I just had it, bear with me a second, because I set it up here trying to record something. Here it is. So it was recorded on both tape recorders in the early AM hours of, I believe, April 4th or April 5th. I'm sorry, May 4th or May 5th, 2023, at the area you're seeing. Now watch where I point to. Okay? So I don't know how you're seeing it because of the shade in the sun. Do you see that tree right over there? And then right over next to it is some foliage that I had propped up to treat it like a wall. And then I was sitting up in there. So let's just say I was laying down up in there at the time at around 12:45 a.m., which would then be the morning of May 5th. So let's say it was May 5th, okay? Actually, let's say it was the morning of May 4th, 2023. I got woken up. Bear with me. Let this noise go by. All right, bear with me a second. Hold on. Okay. So I got woken up in the middle of the night for 2 reasons. Because my head was being targeted with directed energy weapons from the time it got dark out on the night prior, because what was caught on the tape recorder was caught after 12 midnight. So that would then mean it was the next calendar day. But the night before, I was at the same spot, and as soon as it got dark out, they were massively targeting my entire head. And I'm going to show you video evidence, or photo evidence of being targeted to the head with electromagnetic weapons and radio telemetry directed energy weapons. There's one picture of it right there, of the energy beam literally approaching my head. This is a photo from a video, okay, of it being captured. Okay, there's the directed energy weapon beam right there, okay, hitting the head. And when you see the other photo evidence that I'm going to show you in this video, you're going to indisputably conclude, you're absolutely going to holistically, completely conclude that I'm being targeted. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this audio of this is because I got YouTube videos and Periscope videos going all the way back to 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and so on, showing me openly state that these 6 satanic assholes who are hosting this crime are using community members to have them stand around my hiking areas and my wooded area properties. This crime of gang stalking made me homeless from several apartments in Michigan and one in Tennessee. Research interstate stalking and gang stalking. I'm now in San Diego. And have these assholes stand directly around me and repeat gang stalk, oh my god, suck dick, and other stupid sick shit identically. Now, what you're about ready to hear, you got to listen for it carefully, because the tape recorder is also picking up the electronic transmission sound in the environment that is dedicated to other types of crimes that they're perpetrating through specific types of technologies. That specific aspect of this is not going to be discussed in this video because then it will take too much time away from the original subject matter of the video. I got to stay on task. Right now I only got about a little bit less than 50 minutes left on this memory card, and we're going to see if there's a lot of sounds propped up in the environment while I'm making this video. We're going to see any sounds that you hear in the environment outside of me or birds. Google it to gang stalk, or people, like if you hear maybe people going by and talking, you can dismiss that, as long as you don't hear them saying gang stalk, oh my god, or suck dick. So any other sounds you hear in the environment while I'm talking that a bird is not making, okay, or that I'm not making, or just Google it to gang stalking, okay? Trust me, there's a reason why this is being said. And when you see the evidence exposed in this video, your brain is gonna say there's got to be a reason why she was saying the other stuff. I can't get bogged down into details of why details connected to statements and descriptions of other things. Okay, so just trust me on this. There was a reason why I made that statement I just made right now. Okay, now hold on one second. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is when I got woke up, I had a really hard time getting to sleep that night because of the extreme targeting to the head that immediately started. I was already being targeted at the library that day. Okay, and then the same exact identical areas of it is being targeted at to the face and head and throat that I endured at the library, identically got continued at the wooded area upon arrival to it during the day, and then it escalated as soon as it got dark out. Okay, so I finally was able to get to sleep, I think, if memory serves me correctly, around 10 o'clock, 10:30 that night, maybe a teeny bit later, and then I got woke up to loud sounds going on around me. So what you want to do is, when you're listening to this video, when you're listening to this audio that I'm getting ready to transfer over here in a second, what you want to be listening for, ignore the electrical type weird sound that you're going to hear also on the audio, because the verbal statements being made by the propped up useful idiots that they propped up on I'm just going to call it, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to call it a road. They got propped up on the road that's probably about 300 to 500 feet on the other side of where I was at. Now, this was occurring at around 12:45, 12:47 in the morning. Okay, which would have made it probably around the morning of May 5th, 2023. So bear with me a second, because I got to do something, and then I'm going to start the audio. Now, what you're going to be listening for in the audio is people saying gang stalk. When you listen for suck dick, but you got to really listen, and I apologize for the graphic language. Just hear me out. You want to listen for suck dick being said, but it's going to probably be said more in the background of the background. So in other words, they put up a large group of people out there. From what it sounds like, they put up a large group of people out there. I could tell it was physical people. It probably wasn't acoustic tech that this crime is also widely reported to use as well. Things like holosonics, where they just project prior recorded shit and will project it around you, and you end up thinking people are around you. This is widely reported, so just trust me on this. You know, I got audio files showing ex-NSA employees talking about how this crime uses holosonics to project sounds and conversations and weird mixed up shit that they'll mix together, that they'll record of sounds that are mixed together. Okay, oh, you just would not believe what this crime does. These people are completely and totally criminally insane. All this bullshit is connected to auditorial entrainment, related to the, the repeating of words and phrases and the constant repetition of repeated identical sounds. And you should also know it's becoming increasingly reported that victims are stating that they're even meshing certain sounds together. So certain sounds can be blended together. And I'll talk about that in an upcoming video, so you'll be able to make a more comprehensive understanding of why that's done. But trust me, it's occurring. I just recently seen a blog of another victim talking about it. Absolutely. These people are criminally insane to the maximum extreme. Oh, absolutely. But they do got specific exacting motives that are very sophisticated, because all of what they do, everything that's going on in gang stalking is reported to be intimately connected to remote neural monitoring for the sake of visual and auditory entrainment. Okay? So just be patient. So when you hear me play this audio, you want to be listening for gang stalk, and then people that appear to be behind the person who said gang stalk will say, "Oh my God." Okay? They're stretching it out. Okay? And then if you hear suck dick being said, you got to listen for that, to where you got to listen for that harder. Okay? And you want to listen for how it's repeated with other bizarre sounds that they're making. So I'm going to go ahead and play it, because I'm going to dive into the video of the visual evidence here, and I want to get this part of it out of the way. So you got to listen for it. So you're going to hear an electrical sound too. Okay? Now, the electrical sound is at least connected to ultrasound. Because whenever the human brain hears something, when you're a gang stalking victim who's experiencing ultrasound, whatever you hear propped up through the community-based harassment is transferred on the ultrasound. And I'm going to prove to you in this video that ultrasound is in my environment. So I'm going to go ahead and play the audio. Here it is. So that's what you want to be listening for. So if you hear things like, oh my God, in between or even with while gang stalk is being said, and or suck dick, that's because they're blending them together. And what did I just say a minute ago about how they mesh sounds together? Okay? So all the decibels and sounds connected to... You got to understand something about words and phrases. Words are phonetics. Phonetics are words. Okay? Okay? So if you were to download a Sound Spectrum Analyzer app, one that allows you to see the frequencies of a word that you would speak into it and the decibels of those words, you're going to see that each part of each word has a dedicated frequency and decibel connected to it, related to from the second you hear the word until its conclusion. You're going to see fluctuating frequencies and fluctuating decibels. That's the entrainment that's going on the ultrasound. It's the phonetics that they're after. The phonetics connected to all sounds, which includes the repeated words and phrases, is what's traveling on the ultrasound. That's what they're after. And if I got time in this video, I'll show you it, because I got a Sound Spectrum Analyzer app on my other phone. Okay? So just bear with me. So I want you to listen to this. This is that audio. So listen to this very, very closely. I'm going to turn it up. Listen. Okay, so there's a plane going by right now, which just happened to appear right when I go to press play. So let it go by. Okay, it sounds like it just went by. Okay, so now listen. Here it is. I just put tissue in my ears. That was me making a statement in my tape recorder. Okay, so you should have heard that. Now, bear with me a second, because I gotta find my glasses. I had to right before I started making this video, I had to deal with something, and that caused a little bit of, all right, here they are. I got them. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go back and do something here real fast, because I want to make sure the correct audio file is playing. So I'm going to continue to play this here for another second. Let me press play and put it up to my ear and make sure it's still being legibly heard. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to also pay attention to this electrical sound. Okay? Listen to this. On the previous audio file on the Amazon tape recorder, and this one is occurring. Okay, so that's me talking right there. So what I'm going to do is, this event, I captured 2 audio files connected to this event. Okay, now this particular tape recorder is not preset to the original time and date because I don't use it for recording except for recording audio from videos and stuff like that. So whenever I got to change the batteries, I don't reset the date and time. That's why it doesn't have the correct date on it related to this event. Okay, but there's 2 audio files from this event on this tape recorder. Here's the first one. Let me press play. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to play this one, so I want you to listen to this. This is the first one, and then I started a second one. Okay? Okay, trying to make sure that none of the in real time noise that was just occurring, a police siren, wasn't interference. So listen. Now, this type of shit has been caught at multiple areas on multiple dates. It's been caught on hundreds of audio files dedicated to at least, let's just, for the sake of off the top of my head, picking a number, at least 40 different wooded areas. It's been caught coming through the criminal use of the technology of holosonics as well. Now, these were physical people that night. I know it because I can distinguish between something that's in the environment through physical people, and when they use holosonics, what they'll just do is loop. They'll just, because I don't want to get too much into this statement, because there's a lot of this video that's dedicated to other exposure. What's reported that they'll do through holosonics is that they'll sit down. They'll have people sit in a room and just have them repeat whatever the victim's been sensitized to when it comes to repeated words and phrases. And they'll have other background sounds that are in the environment. Okay, because you got to remember, there's if you went into a studio room, because I've even seen, literally, just got to listen to this. I've literally seen reports on the internet where researchers into this crime have said that there's an extreme likelihood that there's intimate connections to people in Hollywood that are connected to this crime. And what do people in Hollywood and even music producers have been implicated? Oh, absolutely. You would not believe what I got. Oh, my God. I'm going to leave that for another date. So, if you look at what the type of recording studios have, they got recording instruments and recording devices where they can take something that's already captured and then play another something that's already captured and then mesh them together. Okay, so in other words, you could have the sound of people being in a house during a big party, and you can record that sound of different people talking and the sound of a party going on, just like you would hear in neighbors throwing a party, right? Then you could take the recording of people repeating gang stalk, oh my God, suck dick, and blend it in with it in order to make it sound like people are just sitting around in a house during a party and repeating gang stalk and suck dick. What you got to understand about this crime is that this crime has got massive connections, and it's got an endless, bottomless pit pocketbook. It can pay off anybody to do anything for them at any time. And if I made a 100-hour video showing all of the different audio evidence I got, your mind would be blown. Literally. I kid you not. Now, because you got to think about what I'm also stating here. This was 12:47 a.m. in the morning, not even 4 or 5 nights ago. Okay? I got audio files on my tape recorder that show, see, because I leave my tape recorder on as I'm sleeping. The only time it's not on is that when maybe something distracted me, and like, you know, when I'm alone at a wooded area, and like, say if I do my daily errands and I run out and about in the community, get what I need, and I go to a wooded area for the night because this crime made me homeless. And I got from several apartments in Michigan, one in Tennessee, research interstate stalking and gang stalking, and how they'll stalk you to your home, how they'll make you homeless, and even how they'll even gang stalk you to homeless shelters. Oh, absolutely. So what you got to understand here is that say if I get to a wooded area by 5 p.m. and then I get my stuff set up, and my tape recorders are already in the record mode. Well, you got to remember, I'm being heavily targeted, which you're going to be able to see that as well as I continue to, you know, talk and show you things in this video. I got to be attentive to keeping safe from in real-time targeting concerning the other aspects of targeting, which I'm going to prove in this video. Okay, and so I get distracted, and so what I'll do is I'll set the tape recorder up on my backpack that's been in the record mode all day, and then I'll say in the tape recorder, okay, in order to save memory time, I'm going to start a new audio file. And so I start a new audio file, and then I just set the tape recorder up on my backpack. And then when it's time to go to bed, I'll just lock up the tent doors from the inside and go to sleep. Well, sometimes on rare occasions, the tape recorder will run out of battery. Generally, though, I'd say at least 90 to 95% of the time, the tape recorder is in the record mode all night. On previous dates, when I've had holes in my schedule, I have literally went back and I have literally listened to audio files that were recording while I was sleeping, and it literally shows people saying gang stalk as I'm fucking sleeping. Now, there could be reasons for that. Other reasons that I think the reasons for that is because of possible. Well, it's reported online that remote neuromonitoring is connected to all auditory and visual brain entrainment. It's also reported online by very credible people, scientists, doctors, and people who have researched the science and doctors' exposures, which are massive, okay, have reported that multitasking interferes with the operation of remote neuromonitoring. So if you're sleeping, but yet you're moving around while you're sleeping, and you can be moving around while you're sleeping because they might be targeting the kidney, the brain, or whatever, and so your body is saying unconsciously, I gotta move. Well, when you move, that's a multitask. So if they want to use remote neuromonitoring on you for mind pattern programming through remote neuromonitoring while you're sleeping, they got to get you back on it. So how would they get you back on it? By projecting through holosonics, the word gang stalk, because that's connected to an auditory trained pathway. And let me show you what I mean by that in part. Now, what I just stated is hypothetical, but you got to understand, why would it be going on? So let me show you something here real fast, and I'm going to show you the video evidence. Because tape recorders don't lie. Tape recorders are a physical device. You just heard it going on. Because what was being captured on the Amazon tape recorder, which is what I just played from, was also captured on the Best Buy tape recorder that was in the record mode when I was sleeping. So it proves that it was occurring as I was sleeping. It woke me up. And then I turned on the Amazon tape recorder and recorded it, because it's got a better microphone on it than this one does. And that's the Best Buy tape recorder, the one that's in the record mode at all times. Right? So check this out. Because you got to think about it. The Best Buy tape recorder showed me waking up. And it was already recording what they were doing. So then that's when I got out the Amazon tape recorder, put it in the record mode, and then put both tape recorders up next to the side wall of the tent where the harassment was coming from. You know, the direction it was coming from. Okay? So let me show you something here real fast. Okay? This right here is a sound spectrum analyzer app. Okay? I just brought it up just now. So I'm going to be quiet for about 10 seconds. All right, first let me put this in the landscape mode so you can see it better. And let me rig it up here. Okay, so it can be seen more clearly. And I'm going to zoom in so you can see the readouts better. Okay? And now I'm going to be quiet for about 10 seconds. And I want you to look at these readouts. Okay? Now what you're seeing right here is ultrasound. What you're seeing right here in the middle when I be quiet Alright, now hold on. Let me switch fingers here because I got to make sure I don't accidentally hit the power button. Okay, so now watch where my finger is going to point to here. Watch. Okay, bear with me. Okay, this number over here, right here, they're being careful right now. The 2001, watch for it. Anywhere between 1,500 hertz and 2,000 or more. That's the one you want to look at. That's dedicated to a multi-tone, a generator type tone that I hear in the environment. But the only thing the tape recorders pick up is an electrical sound, which is probably the electrical sound that you heard as you were listening to the audio I just played. Now these over here, okay, so these over here, I'm trying to position my finger, hold on. Okay, so these right here, you want to take a, sorry about this, folks. Okay, so from this point where my finger goes, from where the tip of my finger goes to the left, is also constant. But so is this one right here. Okay, watch for the tail end, where it says that one right there at the very tail end of the graph bars. Okay, the one that's closest to this one, over to the left, that one right there in the middle. Okay, that's connected to the generator tone I hear in the environment, and the other one is also connected to what is causing the tape recorder to pick up electrical sounds in the environment. Okay, which is probably through my massive, extensive research into some of the acoustic technologies. That's why they reported they can't be recorded, but the tape recorders that pick up aspects of it is more than likely the internet is saying it's ELF. ELF broadcasting. Now, why are the words and phrases important? Now, I'm going to be quiet for 6 seconds. Now, what you want to do at the time frames when I'm quiet is take snap screenshots. As long as a plane ain't going by or any other sound like landscape noise or anything that's not going on, snap screenshot what this is picking up when I'm not talking and you don't hear any other sounds. Now, the graph bars jumping down, up and down, are the sound frequencies, the frequencies of the sounds. And over here, that bar, that green bar you see going up into the orange, that's the decibels of each of these sounds. Now, watch what happens when you hear me say, watch what bars jump up when you hear me say, gang stalk, oh my God, suck dick. Now, watch. Gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalk. Gang stalk, gang, 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 stalk, 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 gang, stalk, gang, stalk, gang, gang, gang. Do you notice how many of these graph bars that are going on when I'm not talking are jumping when I say those words? Gang, stalk. 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 Oh my God. Gang, stalk. So you see, the entrainment through the technologies that they're using when I'm alone at wooded areas is dedicated to the same frequencies and decibels of when these words are said, except when the words are said, the frequencies go higher. Okay? Gang, stalk. Gang, stalk. Gang, stalk. Gang, stalk. The decibels go higher and the frequencies go higher, but the vast majority of them are the same frequencies and decibels. Gang, stalk. Gang, stalk. There's just a few more that get added on. Gang, stalk. Gang, stalk. Oh my God. Suck dick. Suck dick. Gang, stalk. Oh my God. Gang, stalk. And it's all traveling on the ultrasound, which is the far one. They're enmeshing another entrainment to it by using a generator tone sound that I hear that can't be recorded. The only thing that can be recorded concerning what's connected to what they're using, okay, that creates these sounds that you see the frequencies and decibels of when I don't talk, is the electrical sound the tape recorder picks up. Because some of the things they're doing concerning what I hear in the environment through the acoustic weaponry they're using cannot be recorded, but the tape recorder picks up the electrical sound probably from the transmission, probably from the devices that are placed in the area. Okay? Because remember, why are you hearing an electrical sound as you're hearing these people repeat these words and phrases? Let me go back to the audio files. Think about what I'm saying. Why is this sound spectrum analyzer app picking up ultrasound? Which is that one right there. The 3,000 and 4,000 hertz. That's dedicated to a generator type tone sound that I hear in the environment. And this other shit is connected to the entrainment, which they got to keep going because this is auditory entrainment. Absolutely. Okay, so remember, the graph bars are dedicated to the sound frequencies that the ear is picking up. Okay, but you can't hear it because it's below the natural hearing spectrum. Everything I hear that they're propping up through the acoustic weaponry travels on the ultrasound, which you can hear as well. I'm going to bring up the ultrasound app here in a second. So each thing that I hear has got its own dedicated frequency and decibel. The decibel is the graph bar that goes up and down over here, where you see the green and the orange. Okay? That's the decibel level right there. Okay? So that's the decibel bar right there at the very end. Okay? See how when I say certain things, it jumps up to orange? You see that tin of orange up there? That's the decibel bar. These are picking up the frequencies. So when I'm quiet, oh, 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 oh. So do you see when I'm quiet, the same, and then when I say oh, the same graph bars are jumping up. Oh, oh, oh. This is brain entrainment, folks. Auditory brain entrainment. And they're using ultrasound as a carrier wave for it. Okay? So listen to the audio file again, and you're literally going to hear the electronic transmission sound, because the tape recorders pick up aspects of what you're not hearing that this sound spectrum analyzer app is picking up. It's picking up aspects of it. That's why you hear the electrical sound. Okay? So if you're moving around in your sleep and they want to keep you nearly hacked through remote neural monitoring, they got to prop up something that's dedicated to the entrainment. Because when you hear me state, oh my God, the phonetics of each word produces a frequency and a decibel. It travels on the ultrasound. The ultrasound is the far right readout, which is 21,000. Okay? Oh my God, suck, dick, gang, stalk. So do you notice how the sound here, right here, the graph bar that's closest to the ultrasound is dedicated to a sound they started introducing about a year ago. Oh my God, suck, D-I-C, dick, oh my, gang, 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 So you see how they're the same graph bars? They're keeping the brain locked onto the entrained pathway, okay, by projecting the sounds through acoustic technologies that can't be recorded except for an aspect of it, which is the electrical sound that the tape recorder will pick up. So in other words, the human ear can't hear it, but the equipment that they're using that projects these decibels and frequencies that you see when I'm not talking, okay, get recorded. Now I would record it right now, but I'm out of memory time in this, on this tape recorder, and the other one doesn't pick it up as well as this one because this one's got a better microphone. If I was to press the record file right now, watch, it's going to say memory full. Alright, hold on. Watch, it's going to say memory full. See, it says memory full. So, but I've done this in real time and then played it back in prior videos. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm gonna go back to the audio file, because that was the latest one, which is dedicated to the date of 0706 to year 37, because again, remember, this one does not have, I don't set the date and time on it. Okay, so listen. Oh, listen to the electronic transmission sound. So you're hearing the electronic transmission sound of what's causing, of what this is picking up right now, because they project the same shit every day, except they've been going into higher levels of entrainment, which is now why the Sound Spectrum Analyzer app is picking up higher readouts that are closest to the ultrasound, like watch. And then this is the general shit that they already got the brain entrained to, which is why you see those graph bars jump up when you say, oh my God. Oh, 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 oh. Okay? Welcome to brain entrainment. Welcome to gang stalking. So I'm running out of time on this particular video card right now. I'm already almost 40 minutes into the video card, and there's only 51 minutes left on it. So I'm going to show you some visual evidence. Now, what you want to pay attention to here as well, let me go into, hold on. This right here is and you don't see it very well in this particular one. In fact, I'll probably make a fourth video dedicated to this, but it won't be made until a day or two from now or whatever. So when I make that video, I'll say this is video 4 dedicated to the videos I made on May 8th, because I don't have time to title my videos right away. This is a radio telemetry directed energy weapon beam, literally targeting my head. The first is a tracker beam. It guides the energy beam to the forehead. Okay? And by the way, while I was making this video, they targeted my right eye. Okay? Oh, absolutely. And you would not believe how my left eye looked like when I woke up this morning. So I'm going to flip back and just show you some. In fact, hold on a second. I got to close this tent door so I can get some of this reflection out of here. These 6 atomic clocks are doing this sick shit to me every single day and night. Every single day and night. Non-stop. Every second of every minute, my brain is processing ultrasound, and you would not believe the other sick bile shit. You wouldn't believe what they did to my right eye as I was making this video about 6-7 minutes ago. I wasn't going to make a statement about it, but it hurt. Whatever they did to my right eye, it hurt. Big time. So this is a laser. Most of these photos come from the 08, 09, 2022 evidence video uploaded into the account you're watching this video on August 10th, 2022. So bring that video up and take snap screenshots. Okay, that's a laser going across the nose at the same time while I'm being hit with electromagnetic energy in the left side of the face. This is a laser trying to bisect on the cheek. Do you ever wonder why I got that copper tape on my cheek in the video? And here's some other shit going on towards the left part of the face. Okay, this copper tape was on my cheek when I woke up. The attack started after I started making the video, because these photos are from the video. So do you ever wonder now why I had the copper tape on my cheek already? And you'll see the copper tape on my cheek before the attack starts. Well, these are lasers bisecting on several areas of the body. The throat, underneath the mouth, on the cheek, going down to the edge of the mouth, the side of the jaw. And what do you see? The upcoming stuff I'm getting ready to show you. Okay? Alright, hold on. Research everything you see to gang stalking, including radio telemetry. Okay? It's another laser. We're going across the nose, which is, and here's literally my eye being lit up in the video. Alright, hold on, I gotta put this on something so it don't fall, because I can't have this video being interrupted because I'm running out of video time. Now, when you watch that video, you gotta take massive back-to-back consecutive snap screenshots so you can see where these waves end up at once they enter the tint and the lasers and stuff like that. You also want to look at the video uploaded on August 13th. Now, this is where you see the beam approaching the head. Okay, and it becomes into a fork-type looking shape, like a snake tongue looking shape, a fork-type shape, as it approaches the actual forehead. This is it right here, approaching the head. Okay? See it? See that? When you see that video, when you bring it up, you're now going to know why the copper tape was already on my face, because the attack started occurring after the video started. And do you see why? Look what's intersecting with that part of the cheek where the tape's at. Is there an implant in my cheek? Google that to gang stalking. Radio telemetry, direct energy weapons through lasers. Okay, here's one going over the top of the forehead. Okay. Here's a direct energy weapon burn scar on my neck, and or, in fact, that could actually be several, and or a laser surgery scar on the neck, because you would not believe how my throat is targeted. Oh, absolutely. You just would not believe it, folks. Here's another one. And this is the one where as soon as this laser went over the left eye, the redness, that red thing appeared in the right eye. See, the left side of your face is dedicated to your right brain. Okay? And the eyes are connected to the brain. Okay, do you see that redness? That's a red light laser in the right eye lighting up as the left eye is being targeted. Okay, that's more energy going on to the top of the head, coming from the roof of the tent. This is that same one where the energy beam is starting to get closer to the forehead before it turns into... see, because the camera is what's able to capture these beams in still frames so you can see what they are, the purpose of them. Yeah, these are sick murdering animals. That's all they are. Okay, so do you see how two lasers are bisecting right there on the cheek and on the mouth? Okay, and when you see additional shit, your mind's going to be blown. Look at that. This is extreme torture. Okay, one attack would make me a multimillionaire overnight in an uncorrupted court proceeding. That will never happen. This is the United States military. And military intelligence, abso-fucking-lutely. And USA intelligence services, abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, there's the beam as it starts to become more noticeable. When you take consecutive snap screenshots from that video, you're going to see it all. You will see it all, baby. Okay? Absolutely. Okay? Notate how this laser is going directly at the jawline. Okay? Well, when you see the upcoming photos, okay, that one's going directly across, right above that cheek area, because I was moving. That's why the lasers are having a little bit of a hard time finding me. But you should also know the lasers are also targeting other spots. The mouth, the jawline, the shoulder, the neck, that where the neck meets the shoulder. It's targeting multiple areas. All that energy gets absorbed in the body, the eyes, the brain. And if you got any implants in you, that's the main reported purpose of it. Research implants to gang stalking. Absolutely. This right here is a literal electromagnetic field they're creating as a result of at least 2 lasers. Okay? One going across the cheek, it lands on the edge of the mouth. Okay? Another one being sent, and if there's an emission from the mouth, it goes that way, and then that laser connects to the bottom of it. And then what gets created between them is a field. I shit you not. Look at that. Okay, and while they're targeting this side of the face. Look at that. Look at that, folks. In a minute, you're going to literally see the electric field lines in it. This one right here is targeting right there, and right in the collarbone area. You would not believe how they fry me out on a daily basis at the collarbone area and the shoulder area on a daily basis. Okay, so you see it down there? This is an electric field being created on the shoulder itself. Absolutely. Do you see it? Look at that. Let me zoom in on that. See it? They were caught. Big time. That was a drone and neighbors' homes in play. There you go. Why do you think I had the copper tape on my cheek when I woke up at least an hour and a half before the video was made? And you see the copper tape on my cheek at the beginning of the video before the attack started. Why do you think that is? Is there an implant in the cheek? Is there an implant in the mouth? Is there an implant in the shoulder? Is there an implant in the side of the neck? Okay? It's radio telemetry directed energy weapons, my fellow American citizens. This is a maser hitting me on the side of the mouth. Masers also can, I got audio files showing scientists say that masers can send directed energy and sound waves. If you got an auditorial implant in your fucking cheeks, they can also act as a transceiver. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of these vile fucking whores targeting me every day. I can't have a minute's worth of peace. They're completely wrecking my health. I probably already got cancer by now. And then they just use their lying hospitals and doctors to claim you came down with the illness for another reason. Well, they target you, put an implant in your throat, then they target your throat and cook you alive. You come down with throat cancer and they claim it's because you smoke. Okay? Absolutely. There's another field right there. Alright, now, what you want to pay attention to here is the surgery scar. Right there. And the brownness on the nose. Okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is from a Periscope video made back in 2018 or 19. Take a snap screenshot of this. This is an email that I made out here in San Diego in 2006. Okay, and if you see Alcoholics Anonymous in there anywhere, okay, just ignore it. I'm not and never have been an alcoholic. I don't even like alcohol. Just trust me on that. There's a reason why that's being said. You're just going to have to trust me on it, folks. Absolutely. Okay? But that's 2006. It shows me talking about being harassed, sending a letter, tortured. 2006. This right here is connected to visual color coding, connected to visual entrainment for remote monitoring. This was propped up on and through a truck in the parking lot of Bond's grocery store on Regents Road and Arabia Street back into either 2021 or 22. And black and white is massively connected to the color coding they're propping up along my routes. This right here is the effects of an extreme brutal attack to the eye area on a prior date. I think this attack, if memory serves me correctly, occurred between July and September of 2022. Okay, look at those burn marks. Absolutely. Okay, there's more black and white. This is at Domino's. Okay. Absolutely. I don't know if he's doing some... Alright, so... Okay. Yep, see, you even see the domino sign right there. They propped this shit up for me to fucking see everywhere. Well, that's not a domino sign, that's a credit card sign. I was at Domino's, and they prop them up for me to see this bullshit. And there's a lot of information connected around that. Trust me, you'd understand it if I explained it. You'd thoroughly understand it. Okay, absolutely. Okay, here's more black and white at Phil's being propped up. Yeah, here's electromagnetic energy coming out of a tree emitter. Okay, so I'm running out of video time. So there is going to be a fourth video. This is the face of a woman who got hit with direct energy weapons. This is your government. This is what they're doing to the kidneys, the liver, the gallbladder, the lungs, the heart, the brain of gang stalking victims. Absolutely. Welcome to truth, folks. Look at my eye. Welcome to truth. They don't care. They're mass murdering filth. There's more black and white at Phil's. Alright, there's my neck.